All right, good morning. I just wanted to hop on here to answer a few questions. And Julie, you asked a question regarding sugar in the detox and do we, eat natural sugars during detox and what about after and how does that affect everything? And that was a big question and a good question and I'm happy to answer it. I just didn't have the moment yesterday. A lot easier to make a video than it is to try and, especially on my phone, type it all out. So during the detox, we included some sugars. Some sugars from fruit. So when you sign up for the detox, and I'm going to be running this detox again in January, and I would really love it if everyone signed up because when you do, you get a 5-day meal plan and recipes. So it's 5 anti-inflammatory sugar-free smoothies, 5 anti-inflammatory sugar-free lunches, 5 anti-inflammatory sugar-free dinners. And it's absolutely worth it to just sign up and get a couple emails from me. So I'm running it again in January and I encourage everybody to sign up, whether you can make it to the meetings or not. Get those recipes and any of the supplementary information that I give, because I compiled a lot of information that people got via email. In any case, we did smoothies in the morning and they included anti-inflammatory like berries, fruits. But then that was mostly it during the day. Like that was pretty much it for fruits during the day is in the smoothie. So it was limited. The whole idea being that within the detox, we want to become more into that homeostasis, right? More neutralized, away from being used to everything being super sweet, bringing us out here, and we want to swing it back to neutral. However, in times where we're not detoxing, I go for anything that's anti-inflammatory. Like I'll do bananas sometimes, but they're not necessarily anti-inflammatory. They do not take away the inflammation. They don't add to it, but they don't take it away. And so if I'm like making a radical change for my health, which is what I did 10 years ago, I'm going for it. I'm not pussyfooting around with bananas. I want the food that's going to take away the inflammation. So I am selective about the fruits that I eat and the sugars that I take in. There have been times in this 10-year journey where I've pushed the boundary too much and then can feel it within my hip. And I'm pretty certain a lot of you can relate to that. When you consume sugar, you want to have fiber with the sugar. This is why sugars from fruits and vegetables are more acceptable than like a candy bar or the ice cream, because it comes with the fiber. And fiber is so important. Fiber, when you take fiber in with the sugar, the fiber creates a barrier between the incoming sugar and your liver. So it makes it so that the sugar goes into your liver more slowly at a regulated pace. Whereas if you have sugar, let's say from a candy bar, and it doesn't include the fiber, then that all hits your liver at once. And that causes your blood sugar to spike. And it's stressful on your body. Our livers become taxed and burdened and sluggish, and it affects our overall wellness and energy level and how we perform. Sugar from fruit is definitely preferable because you're getting all of that fiber along with it. And so like fruits and vegetables, we are meant to eat. I firmly believe with this anti-inflammatory lifestyle, I mean, really, we're just eating natural, which means not saying, oh, I don't eat that fruit. I don't eat fruits. We're not eliminating entire food groups necessarily based on the food group. It's more based on the GMO, like gluten, right? The gluten wheat has just been genetically modified too much to the point that it has too much of the naturally occurring gluten. So gluten in itself isn't bad. Wheat in itself isn't bad. It's that we've genetically modified it to the point that it's too much for our bodies, right? And so we're not really trying to eliminate natural goodness and natural vitamins and natural health. In my opinion, and everybody's different, and everybody's journey is different. In my opinion, we need to be, I mean, it is actually a fact that we need the wide range of fruits and vegetables. We need to be eating the rainbow. And part of that is it keeps our gut biome in balance with a lot of variety of bacteria that's good for our body. So I really don't advocate eliminating any food group just based on the fact that it's like a carb or, you know, anything like that. Really, it's about not overburdening our bodies from much of that man-made processed stuff and overly genetically modified stuff and sugars that we get without the fiber, like the sugar that's in the barbecue sauce. You're not getting fiber with that, and that's going into your bloodstream, boom, right? And it taxes your body. So one thing that I talked about on one of the days in the detox was juicing versus smoothies. Now, juicing is really a healthy thing for short durations of time. It is not meant to be what you do every single day, always. And the reason is this: you're not getting the fiber. Now, I know that people juice veggies as well as fruits, but the vegetables have sugars as well, right? And they can spike your blood sugar level as well. When I was pregnant with my daughter and had pre-gestational diabetes, or borderline gestational diabetes, I remember eating peas and my blood sugar spiked big time because peas are dense, and that is a dense sugar. So we can't, like, we have to be honest that fruits and veggies contain sugar, but they also contain all that fiber. And when you juice, you're extracting the fiber and you're just getting the juice. So let's say I'm just going to use oranges, even though I know people juice all kinds of things. If you juice 5 oranges, you are getting concentrated vitamin C, concentrated vitamin A, whatever nutrients are in that orange, you are getting, and you are getting it good. And so that is an advantage to juicing, but you're not getting that fiber. And so all the sugars from 5 oranges, which is a lot, is hitting your bloodstream all at once, hitting your liver all at once, and stressing your body out and causing inflammation. That stress and the blood sugar spiking actually causes inflammation. So we want to keep a nice, steady blood sugar level, which is why I encourage people to buy like a diabetes testing kit. I don't have diabetes. I've been testing my blood sugar all week and it's been fine, which is great. But when I had gestational diabetes, that was one of my #1 learning tools. And it's like $40 or something. You know, it's not for everybody. Not everybody could just go buy extra equipment. But if you can, do it, because it is a really great way to learn how your body is being affected by sugars. So in any case, smoothies versus juicing. So when you make smoothies, you're keeping all of that fiber in there. And so the fiber creates that barrier for the sugars before they hit your liver. So I hope that this answers your question. We definitely want fiber. And for those of you who might be watching who aren't so familiar with the role of fiber, it does a tremendous amount for our bodies. But what I like to think of, one, is that barrier, right? That slows the sugars into your bloodstream and it controls it. The other thing is I like to think of it as like a scrub brush, just going through your intestinal tract, just scraping everything out of there. And my guru, one of my go-to people, is my mother-in-law, my former mother-in-law. She and I are good friends, and she was an ostomy nurse for 40+ years. And if you're not familiar with ostomy, they do like colostomy bags. They do anything with the intestines and anything with the skin, like insertions and wounds. They heal wounds. She's also, she's been fascinated by skin her entire life. So she also has an esthetician's license. But on top of that, she's into really into integrated medicine and does Reiki. She's Reiki trained. She's retired now, but when she walked around the hospital, she'd always have her tea tree oil and would treat with the tea tree oil. She was like total specialist touring the country, you know, giving talks and stuff. And so she has taught me a tremendous amount. And she talked quite a bit about helping so many people over the years who are super healthy, but juicing, and therefore not really as healthy as they think. And they end up in the hospital because of absorption issues, because they're not getting the fiber that is scrubbing out those intestinal walls for better absorption of nutrients. And so when you're pendulum swinging, and we're all into the gut health here, right? So when you're pendulum swinging between constipation and diarrhea before the gut health is balanced, there's major absorption issues happening, because it's almost like those intestinal walls they're like lined with gunk that's preventing that good absorption. And so you need that really good fiber to scrape away that gunk so that the nutrients can be absorbed into your body. All right, ask me more questions. You know, I seriously spin like, how do I interact with the group? It's just, I'm not naturally a group person. I'm naturally kind of a lone wolf, but I love working with groups of people. I taught for lots of years. People energize me, and answering questions and talking to you guys like this gives me energy. So please interact, ask me questions. I would love to be able to give you good feedback. All right, I hope this was thorough. If not, let me know. I've got a few things coming up. One, the detox again in January. Two, I am starting small groups in December. And this will be a group of about 6 of us. That's what I'm looking at. I'm thinking 6 is a really good number, and we will have meetings once a week via Zoom, and we'll be connected via Voxer, like ask me a question over the radio and I'll answer it over the radio. And we're going to build relationships. So it's going to be a 6-week small group program to help each other through anti-inflammatory nutrition, to give support, and to lean on me for food information and questions and coaching around the mindset to help move us into the anti-inflammatory lifestyle. So I've got that coming up, and I'm very excited. So look out for that. That's coming in December. And then the other thing, I've got another free 3-day live coming up. Again, first week of December. I'm setting up for that now. And it's going to be anti-inflammatory lifestyle 101, just the foods, the gut biome, and what was the third day? The lifestyle. Chemical toxins in the home, movement, and whatnot. So please count on joining me for that. Again, you'd want to sign up because I send supplementary information. All right, thanks for being here, and make it a great day.